Good morning, crap to cream. So here I am back in the shed. Bit of a safety, hasn't been my best week in the shed this week. So yeah, I cut myself on my shin, on my ankle, and yeah, I was ended up in the emergency department at the local hospital and got 4 stitches. So thank you very much indeed for my dear wife for performing her excellent medical first aid attention, stemmed the bleeding and got me to the hospital, and yeah, looked after there. And this is how it happened. So I had this new floor pan lying on the floor, and the bench was originally out here, but I pushed it back to open the drawer a bit further and forgot about this bit down here, and I was walking past just looking ahead of me and not looking down, and yeah, as I went this way I caught my ankle and yeah, put a deep gash in it. And when the doctor was having a look at it, right, I asked him how it looked, and he said, oh, the bone's fine, because he was able to see it. So yeah, bit of a safety thing this. So I should have stood it up, but it had already stood up once and fallen over, and that's why I laid it down. But anyway, I needed to put it somewhere else out of the way. This is a bit of a learning curve, and yeah, it could have been obviously a lot worse, but it was bad enough as it was. So that slowed me down a bit this week. I'm back out walking again now, and yeah, get the stitches out next Tuesday. So yeah, turn the back of the house into a bit of a crime scene. Blood on the paving stones and everywhere. Didn't look very good, but anyway, we're moving on, so I'll keep my eye on that. In fact, I think I'll stand it up right now and put it back where it was now. There you go, out of harm's way. Right, so this week I've been focusing on a bit of electrical stuff because I just didn't feel like carrying on with the grinding and removal of the rust that I found, which I'll show you in a minute. So the new radio arrived, which is like no CD player, this one, so it's got Apple CarPlay and all sorts of other stuff, and a little remote, and the frame goes in here, so it's all secured enough for what it's going to do. So this is all ready to go back in, giving that a bit of a clean. This is really very light, so it's not going to go anywhere or do anything. Let's find somewhere to put the remote so I don't lose it. And yeah, so I've been working on the electrical stuff. So got my old Deutz connectors out, so they're ready now to go. So I've got a permanent live and an ignition live underground, so that's all sorted that out. They're ready to plug in, put that panel back in here and screw it into the appropriate places in here, so that should all work out all right. Yeah, I think that's about where I've got put a few cable ties in here to hold all this up, so it's not jiggling around all over the place and chafing on things and shorting out and causing me more problems. These two came off the original choke because the holly that I'm putting on has got an electronic choke, so I don't need them, so I'll just leave them off like that. Right, so I think that's what I'm just about done here. I've got some new fittings for this because so I can just clip onto an earth somewhere. I don't have to keep on holding the two prongs or two whatevers all the time, so I can just go searching for a live with this one and have this one anchored to an earth somewhere. All right. Oh, I found out the diff lock light works as well, so I lifted that, pushed that down, and the diff lock light came on, so that was a bit of a bonus. Don't know whether the actual diff lock works, but the light works. All right, so as I alluded to, I've taken the front scuttle panel off here now, So that's, I've taken that off. There was a range of screws holding that on that went all the way along here. Then I had to take the bonnet off. Again, assisted my wife, so the bonnet is now sitting on there, resting peacefully, because I was chasing this rust. So I've started to take out. I never credited spot welds as being so strong, but wow, they're strong. So I've started, and it was doing this, removing this with my little grinder that I've cut my foot, so I stopped. I hadn't finished that. So I stopped doing that, and I'll come back to that. I was going to make this new pan. I'm going to make this new panel out of the old or the new floor pan that I didn't use on my MG, and then I'll weld that back in there and yeah, fix that up. So I've been focusing on the electrical and doing some work in here. Obviously got to get a vacuum cleaner in and clean all this out, and I'll lubricate the windscreen wiper things, the windscreen wiper mechanism. I might start looking at removing these Strombergs and look at fitting the Holly. So I might do that, but my priority right now is to get this replaced and then put the wing back on. And if I'd noticed that there were two screws here, which is very difficult all one-handed, this two screws here, this one here and this one here, I wouldn't have drilled the rivets out on the front wing like I did. So yeah, as I say, not one of my best weeks this week. So I drilled these 4 rivets out here to get this to disconnect, but I didn't notice that those 2 screws were in the top here. That one and that one, and they just lift, the wing just lifts off. Dead easy to remove the wing, actually. I was quite surprised. So that all came off with no problem at all. There's a bar that you can possibly see here. So this goes between the wing and the inner wing. That holds everything in place. Yeah, so yeah, slowed me down a bit this week, the old injury, which is just my own stupid fault. You live and learn. So hopefully if somebody gets something out of that, they'll won't injure themselves. God, I was so stupid about the whole thing. Really do. Just didn't look. And yeah, so that's about all I've got really. The radio, the front wings off, the front scuttle. I've removed the carburetor off the supercharger now, so this is a genuine Weber. So I'll look at fitting this onto my MG now, and then at some point in the future I'll take it to the dyno. I'm waiting for the foams to arrive for this so that I can bolt these, finish these off and put these back on the rear of the car. So when those foams arrive, then that'll fix that up, and I'll put that side back together again, because the foam on the other side got destroyed. So okay, so I'm thinking that that's about it for today, or for this week. Yeah, I'll thank you very much for subscribing, thank you very much for likes, and any constructive comments I'll take, you know, including how to be safe, and the reason that I got the injury that I did was that it had been raining and my socks and shoes got wet. So I'd taken my shoes and socks off, and I was wearing a pair of sort of flip-flops, thongs, whatever people want to call them, and that's when that incident happened. So typically I always wear shoes and socks when I'm working in the shed, but on that occasion they got wet and I just took them off, and I was just wandering around in the shed. So always wear the appropriate footwear and have some decent socks on, and that could prevent what happened to me happening to you. Alright, so I'll say thank you very much indeed again for subscribing, and for the likes, and any comments, bring them on. I can take it. Alright, okay, enough's enough. No more waffling. Bye for now.